Well, once again, fellow Nigerians across the globe, I say good morning. And as you already know, I am George Onibe. It's important we accept this truth when it comes to the balance of life. And that is because you cannot explain light except you have experienced darkness. Those who are wealthy and their children has known no suffering, it's unfortunate the way they will appreciate wealth, happiness, and living in affluence could not be compared with that person that was born poor and wretched and automatically experienced wealth and affluence. It is the balance of life. If there is no pain, there will be no gain. If there is no betrayal, you will not appreciate when you are secured. There is no man, there will be no woman. You cannot appreciate health except you have once been sick. Ultimately, everything will go in life, whether it is negative or positive, they are all meant for our good. And that is why the Bible clearly stated, for everything work for the good of those. It is said, according to those who are called by purpose of faith. But if I have to rephrase it, as it concerns everybody, everything work for good for those who understand the purpose of what is happening to them. And so when you are losing, understand you are learning not to fail at the same time, except you give up. When you are poor, it's time for you to stand up and work hard. That is the only time you can appreciate wealth. I can go on and on and on and on, but let me stop there. I want us to look at the message I titled this morning. The creation of Anioma state to the Igbo may be a bargaining chip for the Igbo Biafra agitation. Make no mistake about that. If you differentiate Biafra agitation from obedient movement, if you differentiate obedient movement, Biafra agitation from Igbo unification, and then maybe you are not thinking deeply, but I won't blame you. It's just a matter of time. The truth will dawn on all of us, because what goes around comes around. I took time and listened to the news this morning, most of the news headline, and one of them is that President Ahmed Bola Tinubu have decided not to pardon some people that he pardoned. You know, he gave names of people he want to pardon. Some of them were indicted criminals. Some of them has caused pain and affliction to fellow Nigerians. But for some reason best known to him, he chose to pardon them. I'm not faulting him. Maybe he's doing it for his extensive knowledge. But then, Nigerians begin to complain. Nigerians begin to cry out. And Tinubu listened. And I heard some of those people he would have pardoned, they have removed their name from the list. And this is how it should be. Leaders are supposed to pay attention to people's cry. Not because the leaders are bigger than the people, because the leaders are choosing from among the people to represent the people. This is how it should be. This is just for one instance. But in order to create the base of our discussion this morning, I want us to go back to history and why I am telling you that Igbo Biafra agitation, the political solution for Nnamdi Kanu Biafra agitation, may be the ultimate cessation, giving out Anioma state to Igbo people. In 1996, Anioma state would have been created. The politics was played behind closed door. The request that was brought before Abacha was simple, that we are not speaking with one voice. Abacha dropped the creation of Anioma and created a Ebonyi state. It's okay. But let's fast track it to 1991. Ibrahim Babangida, because of his wife Mary and Abacha, did a lot of things to appease Asaba people, to make Delta people happy. And in those periods, it was opportunity for us to create or have our Anioma state. And Babangida was going to give us Anioma state. He made a call. Okadibo should be the Senate president at that time, and told them that Onitsha is going to be part of the Anioma state he's going to create it, and it's going to be in the South. But that night, Igbo people mobilized themselves. Igbo people mobilized themselves because they have an intel that Abacha was coming to Anambra, and that was what he was going to do. Rather, he was coming to Onitsha, Asaba. He would have stopped in Benin Airport, but for some reason, he went to stop in Enugu. And then the market leader then was Obaku Keke, the GUO. Mobilized Igbo people that they will not allow it to be. Onitsha cannot be given to South. Before the government of Ibrahim Babangida had this information, they have completed their plan. And that morning, GUO was held on house arrest. But it was too late. The deed has been done. Before Babangida could get to Anambra people has flooded the whole streets. The police could not stop them. The riot was massive. And Ibrahim Babangida, on the other hand, he's a guy man. He knows how to engage people. Through the police, he asked GUO to call the people off. The police, according to them, said GUO said he was under house arrest and he could not do anything. He was later released and asked to go and call off the protest. And finally, he was able to make his way to Onitsha Head Bridge. And then Ibrahim Babangida was there with them. And they did what they did. But to cut the long story short, Ibrahim Babangida decided to leave Onitsha in Anambra State because Igbo people protested. Now, I want you to look at the story briefly. In 1991, Ibrahim Babangida wanted to give us back our land because Anioma people are the owner of Onitsha. This is one truth they don't let you talk. This is one truth they used to handle the Obi of Onitsha. This is one truth Obi of Onitsha may not be able to see it now again because there is unknown gunmen. I was among the people that fought the Obi of Onitsha when he said his ancestors come from Benin. It's not as if we know what we did not know now, but we never know what we know will be weaponized and used against us. It was all a game. Onitsha people are not Igbo people. Know this and have truth. That is why Igbo people has made a vow that no Onitsha man will get to the government house in Oka. But Onitsha people have been able to fight for themselves. Onitsha people can be able to defend their own outpost. Thank God they were able to create a rallying point. Today, Onitsha people are not looking for political relevance. Today, Onitsha people are not fighting to become governor of Anambra. Today, Onitsha people want to defend what they got to defend. Today, almost 80% of Onitsha people are not at home because they have to tour around the world. They have to run everywhere because Amandia Nezi. If you don't understand Igbo, I cannot help you. Okwe marase na Onitsha gwara Obosi or Obosi gwara Onitsha. The very land Obosi people are staying belong to Onitsha people. It was taken from them. They allowed these strangers to settle there. And with time, under this Igbo Biafra manipulation, they took over Onitsha land. There is a popular saying in Igbo language. Adi ama kandi Onitsha gwara ndi Obosi. That was just the term and condition they allow Obosi people to stay there. But today, when you want to see a cunning Igbo Biafra man, they switched it and they start saying that Adi ama ka Obosi gwara Onitsha. In other words, it is Obosi now that gave the land of their ancestors to them. And if you meet the tricky ones who want to play neutral, what you will hear is Adi ama ka u gwara u. Today, Onitsha people know how to survive. They have learned to improvise. They know what they need to know, and that is why they are surviving in the cities. What about the Gala people? They don't have a rallying point. Now, Ibrahim Babangida simply said, let us take Anioma, let the Onitsha people, let them return home where they belong to. Because it was actually Obasanjo that gave them River Niger as boundary. River Niger is not our boundary. We own River Niger. Anioma owns River Niger, not Igbo people. But today, it's their own. Thank God. Olusegun Obasanjo did well in his structural boundary adjustment program. All these things are normal things that are supposed to create unity. But another way, they are weaponized. But Igbo people say, no, you can't return it. It's our heritage. It's our this one. They collected Onitsha. We kept quiet because we didn't say anything. But now, how many years later, Nedi Nwokoro just jump out. The same Anioma we have been fighting for even before 1991. And begin to call for the same Anioma. It's a welcome development. This is what every Anioma sons and daughter wants. And if you think we're against the creation of Anioma state, then think again. But this is what we are against holistically. We cannot negotiate on it. And that is the issue that you will create the Anioma state and give it to the southeast. But understand that these Igbo Biafra people were able to mobilize themselves and they started protesting. That was why my last broadcast yesterday, I said I would have called for a protest. But I will not. I will not for so many reasons. Because protest in Nigeria has been criminalized. If you go and protest now, these Igbo Biafra people will infiltrate you people. They will destroy it, except it is on a very low scale. Yes, I would have called for protest, but is it the people who are not ready you are calling protest for? I can assure you that 99.9% of Anioma people don't even know what is coming for them. Are they the people you are calling protest for? ordinary to set up a rallying point. All the intellectuals we have are trying to crack their brain. It's unfortunate. It will dawn on all of us. But I want you to get it. All of a sudden, the same Igbo people that does not want Onitsha to be part of Anioma, simply because it's going to come back to where they belong, the South, are the same people now who are telling you, no, we are happy. It's a welcome development. They say internet, don't forget. Normally, I started by appreciating President Ahmed Bola Tinubu regarding shortlisting some of those people he has mapped out for pardon. I want this message to get to the President and the Senate President. Those who are concerned and understand that we coming out to protest is not the best option for us now. But that they should look deeply into the creation of Anioma State and giving to Igbo people. You will not be able to control it, and most of you will not be alive when it starts. This is not a threat. This is how it's going to be. Because our value system are not the same. We have different forms of crocodile. They look like crocodile. I have seen them one-on-one. I went to the zoo to study crocodile. Actually took my children on picnic. And the zoo attendant was showing us different species of crocodile. All of them look like the same. Just that they function differently. Some, their jaw is very strong. Some have sharp teeth. Some look like log of wood. Some will pretend to be dead. But all of them have a unique way of hunting. But they are all the same family of crocodile. They don't keep them in the same cage. Because some of them will rip off the other one even without tickle of an eye. But they are all crocodile. I asked the zoo attendant, they are all crocodile. Why are you keeping them separately? He said, because they are not related. Animal lives by instincts. So once you are around them, predator. So they have to separate them. But to you as ordinary man, all of them are crocodile. It is applicable to what is happening. It is through our cultures. There are similarities. Our language are there. There are similarities. But we are not Igbo. Some of us may be Igbo. We don't have problem with them. But some of us are not Igbo. How are you going to do that? When I started training birds some years ago, my birds were dying in large number. I went to meet a vet and asked the vet, what is happening? He said, are you sure the pen everywhere you're keeping them is clean? I said, yes. What about the feeding? I said, yes. He asked numerous questions. I said, yes. He said, then your bird should not be sick. But don't worry, let me give you a medicine to treat those birds. And when he brought several medicines, and he said, how many species of birds do you have there? I started naming. I have turkey, foreign turkey, crossbreed turkey, noila, broiler, cockerel, even the native fowl, ordinary agric. And the man was like, what? No wonder. I said, but they are all birds. He said, no. The turkey carries a disease that it has the immune system to suppress that disease. But if that disease flows out of the turkey and affects those broiler, noila, or cockerel, he said it will kill them. The defense mechanism of the cock cannot resist, cannot oppress that very disease as much as the body of the turkey can oppress the disease. He said, go and separate them immediately, most especially now that they are young. And from that day, my birds stopped dying. Unfortunately, I lose all those birds. And so when I bring them in 1 week, a day old chick, I do not put them together. That is when the issue of let Igbo speak Igbo, let Yoruba speak Yoruba, let Hausa speak Hausa, let Eka speak Hausa, that is when that thing dawned on me. Allow Anioma to be Anioma. For those who may be coming through this process, Anioma is not Igbo language. Anioma is just an acronym that has been weaponized, and they say it's Igbo language. Anioma is not Igbo language. Originally, when it was formed, it does not even have meaning. It's just simple, an acronym. Today, it has been weaponized. And so you should begin to ask, is what good for the goose not good for the ganja? The same Igbo Biafra people who have frustrated the creation of Anioma State today are the one now championing it to be in the southeast. When they tell you, they say, oh, the political benefit we are going to get. All these things is just to deceive you. Come to think about it. Why don't they divide the Imo State into two and have more states? Maybe the National Assembly should divide Enugu for them again. And divide Ebonyi. Divide all the 5 states in the southeast. Maybe they will now have 20 states. So more allocation can go to the southeast. Don't give them our land. Because the only end result of what they are doing is that at the end of the day, That virus in them, we don't have immunity, may destroy us. Or the virus in us, they don't have the immunity, we destroy them. This is where our value comes in. I said it yesterday. There are things we don't think of. One of the Igbo Biafra come to my inbox yesterday and told me that Anioma must be created and given to Igbo people. That is the bargaining chip. Everything Nnamdi Kanu is doing, that is the purpose. I should not think the court are trying Nnamdi Kanu. That they even ask for more. They ask for more. They ask for Ikuri land. They ask for Anioma land, among other things. And if they don't give them, agitation continues. And now it's becoming obvious to most of them, but most of them are still ignorant. In other words, he was telling me the Anioma now is the bargaining chip. But Nedi Nwokuru has to fall for it, because in his tiny mind, he's going to be the governor of Anioma. Before he be the governor of Anioma like Biya, Paul Biya of Cameroon, we shall see how it's going to be. Our values has a lot to speak and people to begin to pay attention. The man went on to remind me, after taking the rubbish, he said, go and fuck your mother. Go and sleep with your mother. Sorry, I have to be raw that way. And I responded to the guy and said, see, where I come from, we don't sleep with our mother. We don't sleep with our sister. No matter how beautiful they are, we don't do that. And that is what you people do. Igbo Biafra sleep with their sister. Igbo Biafra people sleep with their mother. They can pretend it's for money ritual. Don't you see the video online? In my place, when a father sleep with a daughter, the truth is that that man is not the biological father of that boy. That is how it's concluded. Not to talk of a son sleeping with the mother. This is value I am telling you. Look at me in uncompleted building. Am I ashamed to tell you I live in uncompleted building? Are we in a competition? This is our value. You sew your coat according to your size. But I don't come from a society where they say, you die get money or you die trying to get money. We don't do that. In the cheetah or in the cat family, there are cheetah, there are jaguar, there are leopard, so on and so forth. They look alike, but they are not the same. They look alike, they are not the same. Like I said, we would have started protesting now, as Igbo people protested against giving us Onitsha. But Igbo people have corrupted the process. Igbo Biafra people have corrupted the process. You see, yesterday, I made a comment, and I said the DSS should not have arrested the person who is calling for military takeover. That was not because it is not the right of the DSS. And that was simply because the DSS has more job to do than even that guy. But according to Nigerian constitution, if we go by that, anybody calling for the military takeover, she's supposed to be charged for treason or treason felony. And go and look at the person in question. It's Igbo person. Igbo Biafra person. Senator Akpabio, we know you are married to Igbo woman. Do not sell our people to them because you are married to Igbo. No, ma, we are happy for you. Because all you need to do is the president endorsement. And you now say, those who say nay, they say nay. Those who say nah, they say nah. You people have orchestrated the process that will haunt the nation for a very long time. If creating more state is the problem, leave us alone, leave Anioma alone, and begin to divide the state in Igbo land so they get more resources now. More allocation from government now. I think the Senate has approved the borrowing of billions of Tinubu. It's okay now. When Tinubu finish borrowing, we still continue to borrow. Let Chinese come and inherit us now, so we know we are inherited property now. After all, the British conquers us, and now they must determine how our life is run. Are we calling British again? Let the people borrowing us money, let them inherit us now. You see, sometimes you think you have built a system that cannot be penetrated. And that is where human being falls. When we get to the end of the road, that is when it will dawn on all of us that there is a God in heaven that presides over the affair of man. And when he becomes the primordial influence that drives us, you will only fight nature. And believe me, you will not win. They were mighty empires. They were mighty leaders who seemed themselves to be invincible. They did what they did. Watch Paul Biya, how his end will be. I pray Cameroonians will not change the children out of this continent. But what money is he looking for? What power is he looking for? What fame is he looking for? This is the greed of men. For more than 41 to 43 years, one man has sat upon the wheel of the people. The destiny of unborn children. Some were born and died. The only thing they know is Biya. Is he the only competent man? But Cameroon is not ready. The reason it's taking time is because of the Anglophone and the Francophone. The same thing that is happening to Nigeria. Nigeria is not ready, even for more complex problems, because you have to talk about Wazobia. And when you finish with Wazobia, you talk about minority. And when you finish with the minority, we talk about interest, religion, political interest. Nigeria is not invincible. Most of you think nothing will happen. Something will happen. And everything you people are doing is pushing us to that moment. Everybody understand the war between Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo. All of us have to suffer for it. It's okay. Don't create another one. Those who can see clearly, we know the body language of many minorities who feel that association and assimilation is their way out. Let them go and ask those people under the French colony strategy. Association and assimilation has not paid any African country under the clause of the French. Not to talk of indirect rule. That is exactly the strategy Igbo Biafra is using. They just pick one of us, let him will be a puppet. He thought the Igbo people will vote for him massively. They will vote for you massively. That I can assure you. But you will destroy what you cannot repair. Fellow Anioma people, my message for you is simple. You see that thing you are dragging for? You see that place you are looking for help? It will shock you. We cannot go beyond or do what more than we are supposed to do. We need a rallying point. And I've told you, I will not explain it on social media. Somebody wrote to me extensively last night, 1 or 2 things that should be done. I just said noted and thanks. But what it takes to come to that position, most of you are afraid of it. Most of you cannot even visage it. Most of you can't even see the reality. One man is setting all of us up. He said his name is Nede Mukuru. Sometimes I wonder the school they went to. For South people, we need your help. And that is the truth. We are not South. What happens to us later? All of us will be torn apart one after the other. When they are done with Anioma, they will come for Benin. When they are done with Benin, they will come for Ikwere. When they are done with Ikwere, they will come for Ejo. And once this block is done, all of us are done. Our children will be answering names that they are not. As a Igala, people are answering Igbo names that they are not. Why Igbo people don't tell us the history of Igala in Anambra State? Why is Igbo people not telling us the history of Idoma people in Enugu State? It's just a matter of time. He said that the host will destroy the body, or the body will destroy the host. But if Nigerians believe in the unity of one Nigeria, stop oppressing the people, because the people you think you have conquered, they will wake up. They will wake up. If you train chicken and eagle in the same cage, at their tender age, they will think they are all birds. But believe me, when they get to that level of maturity, transformation will begin. The moment the eagle touches the sky, it will never come down again, because it cannot blend anymore, not because there are problems. Allow us to grow. Allow us to express ourselves. Stop this cultural genocide. Igbo Biafra people want to destroy us. If that is the political solution for Nnamdi Kanu, it will not work, because we know what they did to get here. If I come out today and start protesting regarding this bill to give Anioma to Igbo people, Nigeria will quote law for me. But it is this same Nigeria when Igbo people protested against the creation of Onitsha into Anioma. We don't have a rallying point. That is why we are here. In many of my broadcasts, I have told them about the rallying point. GUO was able to mobilize Igbo people because they have a rallying point. Today, all of them are social media telling you who is Igbo and who is not Igbo because they have a rallying point. They can open 100 podcast studio in a minute because they have a rallying point. They can do whatever they want because they have a rallying point. Look at Kanayo. He's there telling you, Ashanya, I'm Igbo man. I cannot deny my brother Nnamdi Kanu. He did not do anything. That is Kanayo. I'm not afraid of any man because he's a lawyer now. It's a shame. But let's look at it. What are we fighting for? This is a time where Nigeria is supposed to wake up in the morning and begin to think of what is their problem. How do they solve their problem? This is how developed countries develop. Somebody will be going to work in the morning and discover that the street there is pothole. And maybe the pattern the country is using is not working. He decides to do experiment. And then they see that, oh, this can work. And then while we are celebrating that success, that technological breakthrough, another person says, no, I have a more better solution. This is what we are supposed to be doing in Nigeria. Where somebody will wake up one day and say, you don't need to beat again. Let's do a robot that will beat you. These are the things we're supposed to do in Nigeria. But what are we doing? We are looking for fault. Tinubu do this one. Tinubu no do this one. These people do the show. This one no the show. This is what we are doing for the rest of our life. No, I want you to check it. We are on our own in Anioma. Somebody there is crafting how to take over our land. To bring this broadcast to an end. A few people, Anioma people, keep quiet. Igbo Biafra people are able to take you to the east. All of you will be cycled. All of you will suffer. All of you will be gone. Did you notice what happened in the southeast? when you are hearing unknown gunmen, we don't even know who they are killing. The point is, Nigeria is reluctant in getting involved in their issue. Because once they start saying, Nigeria do this, Nigeria do that, Nigeria no do this, Nigeria will just remove their body. It is applicable in the north. Once you do anything, they will say, oh, Nigeria hating north and oh, they are killing Boko Haram. Attack on Boko Haram is attack on all Nigeria. Bargaining chip. So we have become a bargaining chip for Igbo Biafra people. And those of you who are Igbo, who understand this truth, you know the truth from your mind. Why not tell your people to leave us? Why not begin to talk to your people to leave us? Ordinary three of you cannot coexist. You want to drag us inside. I appeal to those of you in the position of authority. We need Anioma state, but not in the southeast. You people were the one who gave us region. The east was there. You people were the one who made us Bender state. The east was there. You people were the one who conjured us into southeast. The east was there. So what changed? Now become bargaining chip, right? But this bargaining chip, it's not on their expense. It's on the expense of another tribe, another ethnic group, another generation. Let them use themselves for the exchange bargain. The job people have a bargaining chip. They will tell you they will blow the oil well. It's a bargaining chip. The oil well belongs to the oppressor. There is nothing you will do about it. You either meet their terms or they blow oil well. And so the Igbo people should have a bargaining chip from among them. Why will we become, Anioma become their bargaining chips? If Nigeria don't give them Anioma land and Ikwere land, they will be agitating for Biafra. Don't forget my previous broadcast. If we are Igbo people and then we are Biafra, we will accept our Biafra wholeheartedly. If we are Igbo people, we will accept our ancestors coming from Israel wholeheartedly. And then we will work towards it. Because it's just a matter of time. Everybody will know the truth. I'll go to the comment section and then take my insult and move on. Don't forget about my plenty talk. Don't forget what I just asked you. As a man, I greet you. Good morning from here. My night was a blessed one. And then I see Preska. That is an Igbo person. He say, Onya Bili. Let's see what Preska say before I insult a progressive-minded person. But of course, it's not coming out. Maybe he's trying to call me Onya Bili, but let me leave it at that since I can't get hold of what he said. And I see Nkichi. He say, anybody that will talk of Ikwere land, Rumukane, so on, we must know them. I cannot get it. But for those of you there are just looking for interest, Anioma state is coming to southeast. If you don't like it, and go to mental home. Yes, that is what you are saying, Vivian Chukwu. You are the one rejoicing because I am now your spoil of war. You are the one rejoicing because you think we are your bargaining chip. Listen, the greediness of your people will make what we are trying to prevent to happen. You know, Igbo Biafra are known for their bad character. They can't change. The leopard cannot change his spot. When he came no chemical, no bleaching cream will make the nose of the dog to be white. We know after all these years, Nigeria started like this. You people frustrate Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. They left Nigeria. You people chase them away. They are now in Cameroon suffering. Igbo hate you. Bayelsa hate you. Yoruba hate you. Everybody hate you. Even the people you say you are people, they hate you. Even among yourself, you hate yourself. You will not change. Your kind, Igbo Biafra, cannot change. This is a well-known fact. And you see, we, the Anioma people, most especially we, the Ka people, we, the Okwani people, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We are only voice of reasoning, trying to reach out to those who can reason. And that is all we can do. The rest then, we'll be analyzing it later on. We know what you know. And so all those Biafra agitation, give us Biafra. All those obedient is the president, obedient mandate, give us obedient mandate. All those coalition, all those in Igbo unity. We now know that Anioma and Ikwere is your bargaining chip. You want access to the water and you want more land. It's okay. Let's see how the restructure will be. If this is the restructure you people are calling for, let's see how it's going to be. This is where I bring the broadcast to an end. We will continue from there till tomorrow. Just rethink what I've just said. Have a nice day. For the Igbo Biafra, drop your insult on the comment section. My battery is low, so that I can recharge it. It's a shame.